You are desperate. You are living in the 17th century. You have no money, and you are starving. The city around you is dying. The real doctors, the wealthy ones, have all packed their bags and fled to the countryside. The city council is panicking. They need people to deal with the bodies. They need someone stupid enough or hungry enough to walk directly into hell. They find you. Level 1, the contract. You are brought into a clean, safe room by a city official who refuses to stand too close to you. He slides a piece of parchment across the table. It is a contract to become a plague doctor. You have no medical training. You are basically a janitor. But he drops a heavy bag of gold coins on the table. It is more money than you have ever seen in your life. You ignore the danger. You sign the paper. You have just sold your soul. Level 2, the armor. You are given your uniform. It is not designed for comfort. It is an ankle-length coat made of thick, heavy goat leather. Before you put it on, you have to cover the entire coat in hot animal fat and thick white wax. You coat it until it is perfectly sealed and completely waterproof. You pull the stiff, greasy leather over your body. It is the middle of summer. The thick wax traps all your body heat inside. Within minutes, you are sweating violently. It feels like you are trapped inside a dark, sticky oven. Level 3, the beak. Now comes the mask. You take a terrifying leather hood with a long bird beak. You believe that the disease is carried by bad smells, so you forcefully stuff the beak with dried roses, mint, camphor, and cloves. You pull the heavy mask over your head and strap it tight. The smell of the spices is overwhelming, burning the back of your throat. You have to suck air through two tiny holes at the end of the beak. Your chest heaves as you struggle to breathe. Your vision is narrowed to two small glass eye holes, which instantly fog up from your own hot sweat. You are entirely trapped in your own head. Level 4, the Red Cross. You step out into the street. The silence is deafening. The bustling city you once knew is entirely dead. The only sound is the heavy thud of your black boots and the tapping of your long wooden cane against the cobblestones. You use the cane so you don't have to touch anything or anyone. You walk until you find a wooden door. Painted aggressively on the wood is a massive, dripping red cross. Above the cross, the words, "Lord, have mercy upon us." A sick family is locked inside. Level 5, the Miasma. You push the heavy wooden door open. The smell hits you like a physical wall. It is an unbearable cocktail of rotting flesh, human waste, and unwashed bodies locked in a completely unventilated room for weeks. You believe in the miasma, the theory that this foul air is the disease itself. You recoil in horror, holding your leather beak, terrified that one deep breath of this green, infected air will fill your lungs with the plague. Level 6, the cure. You step into the dark bedroom. The family looks at you not with hope, but with absolute terror. You look like the Grim Reaper. You approach the bed. The patient is covered in swollen black lumps called buboes. You open your bag, but you have no medicine. There is no cure. Your only procedure is barbaric. You take an unwashed, rusty iron lancet and slice the swollen lump wide open. The patient screams in unimaginable agony, but you feel nothing. Behind your mask, you just stare blankly. You are just going through the motions. Level 7, the accountant. You finally realize your true purpose. The city didn't hire you to heal these people. They hired you to count them. You are the accountant of death. You pull out a heavy ledger book. You use the tip of your cane to lift a dirty blanket and check a lifeless body. You dip your feather pen in ink and mark a thick red X next to a name. You turn your back on the crying survivors. You walk out, pull the heavy door shut, and use a massive iron key to lock them inside with the corpses. Level 8, the Pariah. Your shift ends, the sun goes down, but your nightmare doesn't stop. You want to go to a tavern, get a hot meal, and talk to someone. But you can't. By law, you are strictly forbidden from interacting with the public. When people see you walking down the street, they drop their baskets and run away in absolute panic. Shopkeepers slam their windows shut. You are a complete pariah. You sit alone in a dark, empty room, staring at a candle. The gold in your pocket is entirely useless. Level 9, the invisible enemy. You are completely exhausted. You sit in the dark, still wearing the heavy, waxy coat. You are terrified to take it off. You think the thick leather and the flower petals saved you from the bad air, but you don't know how the disease actually works. The real killer is not the air. It is a microscopic bacteria carried by fleas, and right now, deep in the shadows of the room, a rat scurries across the floor. A single tiny flea crawls out of the darkness, climbs up the seam of your heavy leather boot, and jumps onto a tiny patch of bare skin on your ankle. It bites you. Level 10, the symptoms. The next morning, the sun hits your face. You are no longer wearing the mask. You wake up shivering violently. Your teeth are chattering, but the room is hot. You try to drink from a wooden cup, but your throat is completely swollen shut. Panic sets in. You slowly reach your hand under your armpit. Your fingers brush against a hard, incredibly painful lump the size of a golf ball. The bubo. You look at your heavy wax coat and your terrifying bird mask hanging on the wall. They did absolutely nothing. You realize that tomorrow, another desperate man in a bird mask will come to your door to tally your name in his book.